Yeah. Oh my god, fucking Urahara's Bankai is the fucking sickest. See, it was nice waiting a week, it was. You know, I was expecting. Do you know how it was extra nice? Because they added a little sugar on top. Or should I say a little Grimmjow on top? Because that's... How do you make a chapter better than how it already is? You just add Grimmjow into it. It's just a simple fucking little ingredient. Just a simple little ingredient, like, right there, you gotta add right into the stew and just let it simmer and then just boom, hit him with the spice of Grimmjow. That's all you gotta do, and that's why I fucking love this chapter. And of course the Bankai as well, it's pretty goddamn fucking sick. Like, where do I even get with the whole Bankai thing right now with Urahara? It's finding out that the entire thing of it is restructuring. Like, he's able to just restructure, like, his eyes, he's just able to stitch them all back together. He's just ripping apart, like, Askin's arm. Like, he was saying, like, the most fearsome thing probably about his Bankai is its range. Like, he's, like, able to, like, just tear apart his arm like it's fucking nothing. Like, the guy can do it, and this is the thing about it. It feels very mad science, like kind of like that, what he does. Like, I feel like this could be something, if you said this was Mayuri's Bankai, like, before we even met him in Soul Society, I would be like, okay, this kind of makes sense. Like, he's able to split up into things, and it looks like he can just kind of, like go and operate on things or remove things. Like, it kind of feels like a very mad scientist kind of, like Bankai, that he's able to use it. Like, the guy can, like, restructure anything. He can restructure his, like, bodies, land, like... The guy's fucking, like, insane with his range, and it's just like, oh, but Askin's like, oh, but I've got this super, like, gift deluxe ball, like, you can't escape that. He's like, you said it was inescapable, you didn't say it was impenetrable. He makes an entire restructure across the lane, and he calls for a little assist. He just goes, Grimmjow! Like, he just collars to him, and he stabs right through his fucking chest, right in that resurrection form. I'm like, fuck yes. Yes, the only thing that I'm saying that is, like, with my little fanboy, because if people know, I fucking love Grimmjow. Grimmjow is the fucking coolest fucking, like out of all the Espadas and all the Irakas, like, that's enough. That's enough of that right there. Like, the only person I'll say that competes with him is Stark. That's all I want to hear about that shit right there and then. No more on that. I guess even Ukiyo can count into that. But coming into there, like, right in his resurrection, I think the only thing that would have made it a little bit more, like, sweeter in my eyes, if he just added in the parts of Grind Pantera, and then he pierces the chest, because that's a fucking cool release. That's a fucking cool resurrection release. I really do hope that this fight continues, though. Like, I mean, hey, he's got his fucking heart pierced. That's kind of a end deal for most people. But don't forget, these stern Ritters have gone through a lot, especially. Like, these guys have taken damage, and they've been, like, he had his arm just completely ripped out like that. Like, all the, like, flesh and shit like that. Like, it was nothing, and he was going through it. And it was just, like, even the fact that he was able to restructure, like, his entire hand, and was able to do that, and then he was able to use, like, all the muscles and just punch, like, Askin, and, like, Askin was getting upset. He was like, no, 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 I don't want this to be a brute force fight. That's not what I was fighting you for. And, like, either with him asking, he's like, I didn't have no info on your Bankai. He's like, because I don't fucking use it like that, unlike some other people we know. It's like, you see my Bankai, like, you got info on it. Like, I'm wise. Like, I guess it's kind of like in a way of, like, Shinji, where Shinji never revealed his Shikai, but he isn't kind of that stupid where he doesn't let everything know about the Shikai. Like, he's like, oh, by the way, this is here it does. Like, very good. Like, you think about where, like, we saw, like, Benihime at first. Like, you know, like, we saw what it could do, and it was, like, able to fire blast. It was able to, like, use shields. It was able to do a lot of things. And then it's got to this point of restructuring, because it's like, you normally get to see, like, a kind of the first form of it. Like, you get to see, like, say, Komamura Shikai, which is, like, the Tekken part of it. You get to see where it's, like, able to use, like, kind of, like, the arm of, like, the Kokujo Tengen-myo, like, stuff. And it's like, okay, like, that's, like, interesting. Then you get to see the full armor body. It's like, I'm just curious, like, how do you get from the Shikai, from, like, the Crimson Blast and stuff like that, and, like, the shields, you get to this thing? It's, like, it's absolutely nuts, but... I love the Bankai, you guys already know that, I absolutely adore it. I love that he was just able to fix his eyes like it was just nothing, doing that shit. Grimmjow coming in. I really hope this fight continues, even though this looks like a seal, like, you know, ending the deal and stuff like that. And I hope we see a second Resurrection form like that. I hope he learns something like that, but it's like, god damn, what a way to fucking send it in, you know? Like, Urahara, I don't even need to get my hands dirty. I don't even need to do anything. There you go. Like, the same thing he did, like, he put some stuff into Yorichi's butt cheeks. That was it. He didn't have to do none of that from the start. He never had to get his hands dirty. All he did was just heal himself and just made a road for Grimmjow just to go in and get his fucking just desserts. And I'm like, thank God, because I was so annoyed that Askin just did him dirty. And it's like, you know, this is what Grimmjow gets. He, like, you know, he gets his just desserts. He gets his revenge. I like that. So overall, I fucking loved it. It's the best chapter this week, just hands down. Like, I fucking 10. I like, apart from the nitpicks that I have, like, which are just, oh, I wanted this line being in there because it's a cool line, or second Resurreccion form, which we'll probably will see. Okay, yeah, that's little things to me, but that doesn't take away from the chapter, or that's just me being like, oh, how about we add more cooler stuff into it? So it's a very interesting Bankai. I really do like it. I think it's really fucking genius. I really like the whole restructuring thing. Feels a lot mad science-y, like oh, this is like for like Myriad kind of thing. But then as well, you know, Urahara, he's probably done some sick shit as well. Remember, he did make the whole Yoku. He's done up to some sly shit as well. So overall, I fucking loved the chapter. It was a nice treat, like, after waiting a week for Bleach, so I absolutely loved it. So we're gonna get a flat out of 10. I fucking loved it. Like, every fucking page of it was really hype for me. That's all from me. I want to thank you very much for watching as always. If you like this video, then, you know, how about a like instead? And also as well, subscribe when you go and miss as well. That's all from me. I'm Savagezweipanda, and thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time. Man, fucking Grimmjow's the best. I'm just saying, man. Come on. I have to end the video. Grimmjow's the fucking best. End of the fucking deal.